Thorne are engaged? I didn't even know they were dating.
They weren't, unless you want to call rutting a romantic involvement. He's so besotted with her, I'll never get through to him.
Well, I think there's got to be more to it than this, because I just can't see Thorne proposing because of having great sex.
He's vulnerable, and she doesn't love him. She just wants to get back at me. She's angry because of the whole Brooke thing.
If that's the case, then that
It's despicable, isn't it? I'm not so worried about Donna. It's Brooke I'm concerned about.
What does Brooke have to do with this?
Well, sooner or later, Dorothy Bascom's going to go to the court and make her recommendation about the custody, and I want your help.
So you want the temporary order to become permanent, so the kids can stay with Ridge and Brooke would be relegated to visiting her children?
Taylor, those children are flourishing in that house with their father. I've never seen those kids so happy.
Okay, whose role is it now?
I think it's Hope's, right?
Your turn, sweetie.
This is dumb. Do we have to play?
It's dumb? No, I guess we don't have to.
I don't want to play either.
What's going on, you guys? You've been kind of down all night. You okay?
Are you all right?
When can we go home? I miss Mommy.
Guys don't like being here with your old man, huh?
Once in a while, yeah, but you hardly get to see Mommy anymore. Why can't it be the way it used to be?
Hey, RJ, did you feed your turtle today?
Oops, no.
Betty's hungry. Can we go feed him some lettuce?
Yeah. Hope, why don't you show Abby where all that stuff is in the kitchen?
Okay. Come on.
Guess the troops aren't too happy around here.
Oh, they're so little. It's gotta be so difficult for them to deal with spending so much time away from their mommy.
Wish it didn't have to be like that.
Well, maybe it doesn't.
You wondering if they'd be better off with Brooke?
Don't tell me you haven't wondered the same thing. From your secret admirer.
Thank you for stopping by, Miss Bascom.
Thank you. I presume it's to discuss the status of the court order?
Yes. As you know, I'm in therapy, and I have a stable job, and I try to visit Hope and RJ as often as I can, although sometimes that's difficult.
Why is that?
Stephanie has my children most days, and some evenings when Ridge has plans. As you can imagine, she loves to bait me. I believe that she is actively and deliberately keeping my children from me.
That's a very serious accusation. Why hasn't your attorney brought that to our attention?
Because Stephanie would love it if I were to lose my cool and make some big stink about the way that she's treating me. But dragging her into court, involving Hope and RJ, that just wouldn't be good for my children.
Court proceedings can be very frightening for children that age.
That's why I need to focus on the big picture. I will have my children back, eventually, in my custody. And Stephanie's just going to have to learn to live with that. The only thing that really upsets me is that my children are suffering. They miss me terribly. And Stephanie's attitude just compounds that. Now, I know that you and Stephanie are personal friends, you have a relationship, but I also know that you're a professional and you care about my children's well-being.
Yes, I do. I do care. But when I removed them from this house, it was because I was concerned about their future safety.
Well, that was weeks ago. I mean, look around. Look at me. I've complied with everything that you've asked me to do. My life is very calm, very peaceful. So what more do you want to see? I am committed to my children, and they've never been neglected, nor will they be when they're allowed to come back and live with me. This is a safe place for children.
Well, this is a very beautiful place, well cared for, but...
But you still have concerns. But please, tell me what they are so I may address them.
My mind keeps going back to Dr. Maroney's testimony about your history with men. It appears whenever you have a relationship, that takes priority to the detriment of your children. Now, this turmoil that we're in now, it's because of a man, am I right? That is when you got careless and accidents started happening.
With all due respect, Mrs. Bascom.
Your peace is short-lived. I have to ask myself, can she have a relationship with a man and still be a good mother? Can she provide a safe and healthy environment? Not just physically, but emotionally. Those are the questions that I still have. And you best believe Judge Friedman is going to want some answers.
My having the kids is strictly temporary. Just until Brooke can get her head back on straight.
From everything you've said, she seems to be doing that.
She is. I'm very proud of her. In the meantime, kids are upset, Brooke's heartbroken, everybody seems to be miserable, and for what?
You just said it all. If this arrangement isn't benefiting RJ and Hope anymore, what's the point?
You know, you're right. Enough is enough. I'm just going to call Child Protective Services and see if we can get everything back to normal here.
If you'll think back to the hearing, Taylor was extremely reluctant to give that testimony because she knows what a devoted mother I am. And yes, I had a few bad days, but that's why I went to her, because I knew she would be an excellent sounding board. Taylor never intended for our conversation to be a result in my losing custody of Hope and RJ. Please, tell me what I need to do to prove to you that I can be a competent parent. I want this matter settled once and for all, the right way. I want my children back under my roof.
Brooke, when you called me here this evening, I didn't know what to expect, but after talking to you, I'm impressed.
I'm just speaking from the heart.
I know that. And I'm going to get in touch with Judge Friedman, recommend that the temporary order be vacated and your children returned to your care and custody.
So Hope and RJ, they can come back home.
I'm going to request a hearing for tomorrow.
Mrs. Bascom, thank you. Thank you so much. You will never regret putting your faith in me. I promise you that.
I know I won't.
My children, yes, they're coming home tomorrow. I'm so excited. Thank you. Thank you.
This isn't your decision, Stephanie.
I will have input, though.
Okay, like you did at court, the judge practically had everything you said stricken from the record.
He won't this time. Not when he finds out how happy the children are now that Ridge has custody.
Temporary custody. What you want isn't fair, Stephanie. Brooke has been working very hard to get her children back, and that's where they belong, with their mother.
You know, she's just putting on a show for the court. I know that. She's doing that because she knows they're watching her, and once that stops, then you know exactly what's going to happen. What always happens. Those little children will be front row center for the revolving door of men in, men out, men in, men out. That's always the way it is.
Okay, well, you know, you have a point there because usually I would say you're exaggerating, but after what I heard today.
What? You know something? What do you know?
Yeah, Nick told me she's already got a guy sending her flowers and gifts and.
Well, I rest my case. Now will you help me?
No, Stephanie, no.
But the children.
No, I care about the children, but this is your crusade. I don't want anything to do with it. Don't even ask.
You won't help me because you feel guilty.
No,
Yes,
that is
it's
not
about
it.
the testimony in court. You only spoke the truth. You said that she is addicted to relationships, and she is. Now, come on. She's been in therapy 1 month. You're going to tell me she's cured? I want custody of the children.
You want custody of the children?
You know what I mean. I want Ridge to have custody of the children. Look, if Dorothy Bascom and the judge could be made to see her for what she really is, they'd never let those children go back and live with her again. It's a joy, I have to tell you, Dorothy. To see those children, how they're thriving. I've had them at the beach, the ballpark, the museum.
Have they had an opportunity to spend time with their dad?
Once or twice. I share them occasionally.
They're very fortunate to have so many people that love them, including their mother.
Oh, Brooke loves them. There's no doubt about that. But that's not the issue, is it? The issue is, can she raise them in a safe environment?
I had a visit with her today.
Oh,
I think you should know, Stephanie, that I plan on making a visit to the judge and asking him to reverse his original custody decision.
well, Dorothy, you know, if you think that Brooke is ready for that.
And you don't think so?
Let me ask you, did she call you and ask for this meeting?
Oh, yes, she invited me.
And I'm sure presented herself in the best possible light. And if you have told her what your decision's going to be, she's probably ecstatic. Who wouldn't be? And knowing her, ready for a party.
With the nearest man, is that what you're implying?
Why don't you pay her a surprise visit? Drop in on her tonight.
Why? What do you think I'll find?
Well, for my grandson's sake, I hope the paragon of motherhood. But I know Brooke better than anybody. I'm sure she's ready for a wild night.
When are you going to realize that what happens in the woman's bedroom is not going to have any bearing on the judge's decision?
You know what I would like? I would like you, Dorothy, please, to take every opportunity to correctly assess Brooke. I'd like you to do that before you make a decision that you might live to regret.
Hi, this is Dorothy Bascom from Child Protective Services. Please leave a message.
Ms. Bascom, it's Ridge Forrester here. Would you please give me a call back as soon as you can? Thank you.
You know what? You sound a little relieved, are you?
Yeah, it's kind of a bittersweet situation for me, I guess. I'm going to miss spending so much time with them.
Yeah,
But they need to be with their mom.
they do.
It's a little bit like what I'm feeling about Abby's mom. You see, I'm having this real big problem letting her out of my sight.
Oh, no.
No.
Yo,
Is this Andy Johnson?
who's this?
This is Stephanie Forrester. How are you?
I'm doing all right.
Oh, well, good. I just kind of heard a rumor around town that Miss Logan had a secret admirer, and I just was willing to bet money it might be you.
It could be.
Well, glad to hear it. I was worried that maybe you were going to get a little gun shy. You know, she's a beautiful woman, and sometimes beautiful women can be intimidating to men. But she's just a regular girl. Girl from the valley. You know, eats oatmeal for breakfast, runs in the park for exercise, hides her key under the flower pot just like the rest of us.
You're not gonna believe this. She just walked in.
Really? Well, that's fate for you. Good luck. Ridge, honey, listen to me. We can fight this.
Mother, you're fighting alone. I've made my decision.
But Ridge,
Look, Hope and RJ deserve to be with their mother now.
look, you're not thinking this through clearly. Just envision them living over there in that house, a steady stream of men, in and out constantly. That is not the environment that you want those young children raised in, and that's what will happen if you sign away your custody rights. Now, please, you and I can convince Dorothy.
Enough, okay? I'm not going to argue this with you anymore. Whatever problems Brooke was having, they're over now.
Just like that? Magic? Poof?
Look, I don't expect you to give her any credit, but Brooke has worked damn hard, and I respect that. So the sooner we get those kids back to their mother, the better off we're all going to be.
Bridget, you're a doctor. I understand. We'll have dinner another time. No, I'm fine. In fact, I'm better than fine. If you have a second, I'll tell you this wonderful news. Oh, no. No, you go back to your patient. We'll talk tomorrow morning.
How are you doing over here? Can I bring you a drink while you're waiting?
Well, unfortunately, my daughter won't be joining me for dinner. An emergency at work. So, I will have the chicken Florentine to go.
I'll put that right in for you.
Thank you. Have we met?
How quickly they forget.
The delivery guy from the other day.
Bingo. Actually, I'm a Nobel Prize-winning nuclear physicist and a part-time brain surgeon. Moonlighting as a delivery boy on the side, little walking around money.
I see.
So, tell me, how did you like your bird?
It was in a box. How do you know what it was?
Well, we 5-time Tour de France winners have a way of finding these things out.
My, you do have a busy schedule.
But not too busy to try to put a smile on a beautiful woman like you, which is, I'm hoping, the case when you opened your gift.
Absolutely. I love it.
It keeps me company. Now that my children are away, it's been much too quiet.
Well, you know, as the poet laureate of California, I've actually been commissioned.
Stop!
I'm sorry. Actually, it's a great honor for a guy like me to be able to make an elegant woman like you happy.
It almost sounds like
Like, oh, maybe the bird was from me?
Was it?
Yes, it was. Brooke Logan, I am your secret admirer.